YouTube was It's your boy Zell back with another bank video. In this video, we got Keyshawn Davis will lose to Berinchyk. And we also gonna talk about when Keyshawn beats when he really beats Berinchyk ass. Will Tank finally unify with him? Let's get it. First of all, I was reading articles. It'd be very biased. A lot of these articles be extremely biased. They say crazy things like Keyshawn, because Keyshawn went on Twitter pretty much saying he's going to be unbelievably strong on February 14th. Um, and it was like being strong is not gonna matter because you're not known as a puncher, and they saying you more of a boxer than a puncher. But the crazy part is Keyshawn is great at both. Keyshawn is a great boxer and a great puncher. Keyshawn is a prototypical boxer puncher. You feel me? He remind me of Bud the way he fight, and they got the same training. They got the same dimensions. They built the same. In fact, he might be a little bigger than Bud with the same skill set. You could tell he got the same type of mean to him. Like what people don't understand about Keyshawn is really crazy. Keyshawn said he been to the mental hospital for trying to harm himself. Bro, when Keyshawn fight with a little bit of that craziness. Even when he hurt people, he start dancing, he do the crazy eyes. Bro, that dude is fucking crazy. That's what people gotta understand. When you fight Keyshawn, you're fighting a crazy man, bro. And just saying shit like he's not a puncher. If you're looking at the screen right now, you see the guy he just beat, Limos. Limos was 160 pounds fight night and he got knocked down 3 times in one round, I believe. So I mean, saying Keyshawn not a puncher, that's just you being biased and you not being logical and you being like, that's just you being hateful towards Keyshawn. And the thing is, American fighters get hated for just existing, especially Black American fighters. They get hated. America is the only country where majority of the people, if you're a Black American, they root against you. It's the only country where that happens. In the UK, they get behind Joshua no matter who he fights, except Fury. They might root for Fury that fight. Um, in Ukraine, Usyk and Lomachenko got the whole Ukraine. In Mexico, no Mexican is rooting against Canelo. Well, some of them might, but majority of them not. But the majority of Americans rooted against Deontay Wilder. The majority of Americans rooted against Devin Haney. The majority of Americans will root against Terrence Crawford when he fights Canelo. Um, so I mean, there's just a lot of biasness going out saying Berinchyk has too much talent to be overpowered by Davis. I mean, obviously he has too much talent to be overpowered. That don't mean he gonna win. Being talented, what people don't understand, they always talking about skill this, skill that. When they talk about Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, yeah, Lomachenko had more skills. I'll admit that he did, but he didn't have more will than Devin Haney. You know, part of boxing, a large part of boxing outside of the skills is the will to win. They say skills pay the bills. You need to have the will to be able to go for the kill. That's gonna be the new saying in boxing. Will, you need the will to be able to get the kill. And Devin Haney willed his way through Lomachenko. People don't talk about that. People don't talk about how Devin Haney stayed on that game plan, so disciplined, and he willed himself to that victory. You know, people don't talk about the will to get up after 3 knockdowns. They don't talk about Terrence Crawford's will. They don't talk about shit like and Terrence Crawford's skill. Terrence Crawford has a perfect mixture of skill and will. That's why he #1 pound for pound. But Usyk has an amazing will. Usyk not the most skilled fighter in boxing, but he has an amazing will. And sometimes that's all you need. He outwilled Tyson Fury. Um, it's shit like that. That people don't even think about. They always know the skill, this, the skill that. They don't talk about the dog. What happened to the dogs in boxing? What happened? Why people don't love the dogs no more? You hear me? I love the dogs. I love Devin Haney a fucking dog. No matter what you say, he a dog. Um, Tim Bradley got depressed when the Manny Pacquiao fans started talking shit to him. Devin Haney, he rolled with the punches and he keep coming because he a fucking dog. And y'all can't stand it. But just like this reporter talking about, Keyshawn, he can't punch, he a boxer. You don't watch boxing. He just beat a dude 20 pounds heavier than him by knockout. There's a bunch of biased commentary going on in boxing and I hate it. But the more important thing is, will Tank finally unify when Keyshawn beats Berinchyk? Will Tank finally unify? Tank has never unified in his career. Tank has never held 2 belts from beating another champion in his life. Um, and really, I hope so because if he doesn't, he's the most unaccomplished face of boxing ever, ever. If Tank Davis doesn't unify, he's the most unaccomplished face of boxing to ever exist. Even Canelo became undisputed, and they call him the face of boxing. Let's look down the last 30 years. The last 30 years, the most The most recent face of boxing, when we go past Canelo, we got Floyd. Floyd then unified divisions. Floyd then moved up multiple weight classes and beat champions and unified. Floyd is very accomplished. Even though I don't really like how he carries himself, Floyd is very accomplished. Then when we go behind Floyd, we look at Mike Tyson, youngest to ever become undisputed. Fought everybody. Mike Tyson fought everybody there was to fight at heavyweight. Lennox Lewis, Holyfield, Buster Douglas, all these guys. Then when we go behind Mike Tyson, we think of the four kings. Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, Duran, very accomplished fighters. Marvin Hagler, the best middleweight of all time. Tommy Hearns with a vicious right hand that could knock out a horse. Sugar Ray Leonard with the pretty feet and the shoe shine. And Roberto Duran, tough, rugged. He Hispanic, he come to fight, and them dudes mixing it up made for some legendary shit. And I respect that generation because they wanted to fight. If you want to see what a fight look like, fuck boxing. If you want to see a fight, look up Hagler versus Hearns. If you want to see a real fight, that's what the sport used to be like. But now we got Javante calling himself the face of boxing, ain't fighting nobody and saying Turkey ruining the sport, allegedly on some crazy shit. So I mean, I'm gonna make a video about that, about Tank being the most unaccomplished face of boxing ever. And shit, that's pretty much all I got for today, man. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time, man.